Alright, so here we are today going to talk about real numbers. So there's numbers that happen all over in the natural world, and so we can think of those are called natural numbers. Alright? And these are numbers that you can count. So you can count chickens in a yard. Right now I have 3 chickens in my yard. Apples on your counter, things that you can physically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can count, okay? So this continues all the way, 7,562, okay? Continues. Then we've got whole numbers. And whole numbers include all of our natural numbers, but it also includes 0. You can't count 0 of something, so 0 is a whole number that adds to all these. So then we still have the 3, we still have 5, all these other numbers, 7,562, okay? The next group of numbers that we have are called integers. And these integers are all of our natural numbers, all of our whole numbers, but also include all the negative numbers. So -5, -3, again, still have 0, still have 3, still have 5, all of those. We're just adding now a new layer of negative numbers. And then after that, we have rational numbers. And rational numbers are numbers that make sense. Really, it's that there's a ratio to them. So a ratio is like a fraction, or is a fraction. So like 1/5 is equal to 0.20. That's a ratio, that's a rational number. 1/3 is 0.333, and we can put a line on top because it's going to be repeating. I like to think of rational numbers as they make sense. They're rational. So I can predict that 3 is going to come next forever and ever. This 0.20, it stops. It makes sense. It doesn't keep continuing with a number that doesn't make sense. If you were to put in pi into your calculator, it keeps going forever, and it doesn't stop. So it's an irrational number. It's not rational. The square root of 2, it continues in a way that doesn't make sense either. So those are not rational numbers. Again, all my rational numbers, all these integers, all the whole numbers, all the natural numbers are all still fall under this rational numbers. Okay? And all of these numbers are what we call real numbers. Okay? Outside of these, but still a real number, is irrational numbers. And irrational numbers are ones that don't make sense. They're not a ratio. So the square root of 2, pi, numbers like that cannot be written as a fraction are irrational. Okay? Oh, can't even see that. Move that up a little bit. Okay? So there's also a visual that you can do, and I would probably write this in your notebook. And I'll post this in our class as well. So if I have, I'll call this my natural numbers. Okay. And then I have whole numbers. And then I have integers. And then I've got rational numbers. So this is similar to a Venn diagram, whereas all of your natural numbers fall underneath all of your whole numbers. All of your whole numbers and all of your natural numbers are included in your integers. All of your integers, all of your whole numbers, all of your natural numbers are included in your rational numbers. And we can say that all of this All of these numbers here are real numbers. Okay, and over here, these are our irrational numbers. Okay, they're still a real number, but these irrational numbers are not natural numbers, they're not whole numbers, they're not integers, and they're definitely not rational. Okay, so that is the real number system in a nutshell.